Hello. Hi everyone. How are you? Thank you very much for having me here today. I'm super honored to be invited to speak about finding your purpose, a super deep topic that's really close to me, close for me at heart. So before we start here today, I'd like to first bust some myths about your purpose. Number one, your purpose is not singular. It will evolve and change over time. Number two, your purpose does not make life easier. And number three, your purpose is not a fix-all. With that said, through my journey in life so far, I've discovered that my purpose has helped me in several ways. Your purpose will help you define the direction in life, help you fall in love with the process of pursuing that direction, that journey, and help you build your foundation through the ups and downs, the success and failures in life. I want to take us back to when I was 18 years old. I was entering college in freshman year at the University of Illinois in a whole new environment. I'm just like all of you here. I'm an Indonesian. I had the privilege to study abroad. I came into this new environment. I was very insecure with my identity. I didn't know who I was. I was still kind of like growing, and I was an insecure adolescent. You know, social media was all around me. It was all about what you thought about me, what they think about me, will they accept me, how do I become like them, right? I was super driven. I was that young go-getter who always had lists, always thought that he knew what he wanted to do in life, what he wanted to achieve in life, and always thought that I knew that for as long as I ticked things off that list, I would be happy. And that list included, okay, what major did I want to study? I knew that I wanted to be in finance. And then it also went into what student organizations I wanted to join. Which social groups did I want to hang around with? Who did I want to be seen with, right? And it's all these insecurities and kind of like letting what other people set as expectations lead me and guide me to what I thought was my goal in life. And I pursued that. I pursued it relentlessly. Pursued it with energy, with fire, with anger, with determination. And what happened from that? What happened was 4 years on, things broadly panned out the way I had planned. You know, I had a comfortable job in Phoenix, Arizona. I was working for one of the top companies that I always wanted to work for. I had a nice little 2-bedroom apartment, had a car. You know, I was continuously posting on social media, made sure all my friends and all my social network knew that, you know, JB is all fine, I'm happy, and I'm good to go, guys. But deep inside, what was actually happening was I was creeping with emptiness. I started to lose my way. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. That monotonous life kind of like surrounded me. I felt really down. I had no purpose. I had no reason. I was actually in depression. And the worst part about depression is you don't know you're in depression until it turns chronic. And so when I did find out that I was in depression, a little analogy that I thought of before this was like a little salmon fish. Yes, the sushi we all love, salmon. So these little fish, what happens in their life is they set their life for this grueling long swim, a 2,000-mile, 20,000-mile swim that they just navigate through all these like underwater terrain, dodging all these predators, just to come back to where they were born and to consummate eggs with their counter gender. And what happens is these salmon, after they achieve that journey, they then fade away. They just die. I thought that was a really unique life that they lived. And it reminded me of that moment when I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and I felt so dead. I was physically able. On the surface, I felt that I checked everything on my list, but I had nothing to look forward to. I didn't know what was next. I didn't have a reason. I didn't have a purpose beyond myself. It was all about me. What I needed to do, what I needed to have, which job I wanted to secure. It wasn't about what I did for society. It wasn't about the impact that I can bring. It wasn't about the gifts that I was given. And so that made me think deeper and slowly, painfully discover my purpose in life. And this purpose, it shouldn't be a goal. It shouldn't be a destination. It shouldn't be something that's attainable. It should be a journey. It should be a direction. Somewhere, something, somehow, and that you want to pursue. And this journey will have a long process with it. And with that process, you will learn to love it. The process will be painful. It's not always going to be sunshine. This process may come in different forms for everyone. And the failures and the challenges are different for each and every one of us. Malcolm Gladwell, in the book The Outliers, explained that the outliers were those, not the most talented, but the ones who put in dedicated processes and hard work in the art and what they want to do. And I truly embrace that. I believe that sharpening and refining the tools and gifts that you were given is what will set you apart to make an impact. And I embraced that thought and I applied it on myself. The form may look different for each and every one of us. For me, it happened to be working on spreadsheets, creating PowerPoint slides, and combing through data late at night. But I fell in love with that. Some people say, wow, what a grueling task. But I embrace it, I love it, because I know that it's not just about what I do on the surface, but it's why I do it, and the purpose behind it. One of the greatest footballers, Pelé, once said, success is not an accident. It is hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and to fall in love with what you do. I also want to share a little bit about some of the ups and downs you will face in your life. Despite knowing your direction, despite loving that process, you might be caught in situations where you have set goals that you miss. There will be successes, there will be failures. This is the nature of running a journey. But the question becomes, what happens when you do fail? And there was a question earlier this morning, how do I cope with failure? And I believe that if you know your purpose, you will build your foundation around that purpose. And as you build this foundation, you will be able to endure a lot of these doubts, these fears. Sometimes I ask myself late at night, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I torturing my body? Why am I sacrificing my personal life? Why do I give so much to the goal, to the purpose that I have? But then, what helps endure that is my foundation, is my identity, that I know that this was what I was meant for, that I knew that my existence wasn't a coincidence and that I was given gifts and opportunities to move in this direction. And of course, it's not always straightforward, and that's why I regularly practice meditation and reflection. Reflection will help you understand those gifts, will help you appreciate the gifts that have been given to you. Winston Churchill mentioned that success is not final, failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue is what counts. So that brings us back to full circle. What does your purpose give you? Your purpose helps you define your direction in life. It helps you love the processes that you have to go through in order to pursue that. And your purpose helps you build a foundation. And please remember, as you pursue that purpose and your goal in life, and your reason for living, don't do it alone. Build communities, build support systems. Surround yourself with positive people. People who also know why they're living. People who also know what they want to achieve, what gets them going each and every morning. Find your positive energy, because one negative person can bring so many people down. And the stronger your foundation is, the better you can deal with such people. And with that said, actually, you might ask me, okay, those are the results of finding your purpose. But how do I find my purpose? Through this short journey and this discovery process that I've had so far, I realized that there are 3 things that you need to do to help you find your purpose. Number 1 is awareness. Awareness that you need to seek for a purpose. If you're not aware of this, you will not be seeking for the right things. You will let society tell you what your expectations of life should be. Number 2, people. Surround yourself with the right people. Surround yourself with the right community. And choose a people, a group, a society, or even a reason that you want to serve. What you will learn to realize very quickly is that if your goals are extremely self-centered and always about me, it will not be sustainable, especially through the failures. And number 3, remember your gifts. Put your head down, sharpen it, work hard. And sometimes these gifts are gifts that you will discover and realize throughout that process itself. With that, I'd like to close with one very short message that I learned from an Instagram post. Falling down is part of life, but getting back up, that's what's worth living. Thank you.